Good to see you. Finally. Yeah. And not only. Yeah. Good. Not only a relationship with video. Yeah, but yes. Yeah. Finally, it means that the situation is coming back normal. Okay, but is important this and yeah. Nice to see you. Yeah.
Okay, guys, so good afternoon. We'll start with the live section that's got no embargo, followed by an embargoed section of 10:30 p.m. tonight. As always, no live tweeting in the broadcast section. Could those on Zoom remain on mute for the time being, please? So we'll start with team news from Sky and then ask for one question plus a follow-up to get through as many people as we can in the time available. Jamie Weir, please.
Very much, Anthony. Ciao, Antonio. Come stai?
Bene, grazie.
Can we start off with the team news? Any fresh injury concerns after Saturday night? Ollie Skip, Sergio Reguilon?
About Skip and Tanganga, and they are recovering, and they are not ready. They are not still ready, and for the game against Burnley. About Sergio, yesterday on the training session, he wasn't present, and we'll see today. But I think the situation is the same of the last game. But we hope that Skippy, Tanganga, and Sergio to recover very soon, because we need all of them.
You said after the game on Saturday that at Tottenham you found maybe the best group of people you've ever coached. Can I just ask you a bit more about that? What sets them apart from other teams that you've coached? And can good people also be winners?
Yeah, but I say this, but I think this is not the first time that I said this. And when I say that I'm enjoying to work in Tottenham, no, and with these players, and it means that I'm finding a lot of availability of these players to work, to improve, to have more football knowledges, and they are very open. And honestly, and it's not sure that in every teams can happen this type of situation, because sometimes you can find players that they want to stay in their zone, in the comfortable zone, and to tell, okay, I had my career and I don't want to improve, I don't want to follow you. Can happen this, and instead, and I have found a group of players with a great availability, with a great will, decide to work, to improve, and for this reason, I said that maybe this is the group of players that I enjoyed more to work with them, and surely there is a lot of space for improvement for our team, and we have many young players, and but to see a good connection, between them, and also with my staff, and with my coaching is good, and make me happy because I come to the training ground with a smile, because I know that I stay 2-3 hours with people that want to work seriously, and want to follow a path to improve the level, no, and to try to go in another step.
Thank you. One other question from me on a completely separate topic. You will have seen the game at Leeds on Sunday. Is football still a long way behind some other sports in regards their attitude towards concussion, and do the concussion protocols need to change?
Yeah, and I follow this topic this topic about especially injury with the concussion, no? And we have to pay great attention. No? But you know very well that football is a sport of impact, and in the past, also in the present, I remember very well in my career that I had twice two concussion, and during the game, and for sure when happen this type of situation, we have to pay great attention, and we have to stop the game and to go straight with the medical to understand very well the situation. In my opinion, the most important thing, we have to pay great attention, but at the same time, and we have to go and to pay attention when there is a serious problem, not to give the possibility to the player to exploit this type of situation to lose time, because otherwise is not good. And sometimes I see this type of situation, and we are talking about a serious situation, not that you have to exploit a hit in your head to lose time, because I think that you become a cheater, no? Yes. Prego.
Thanks, Jamie. Seb?
Sebastian Zanni from PLP. People often say that it's important to have a great keeper and a great striker to perform well. You've got Lloris and Harry Kane. Do you think you'll always have to rely on those two players to be at the top of their form in order to get the best results?
Yeah, I remember very well about this question that there is a sporting director and in Italy that is my friend, and the name is Pantaleo Corvino, that he says, you can make mistake about your wife, but not about the striker and the goalkeepers. You understand? Yeah, and for me it's the best quote that I understood in football, no? And you can make mistake about your wife, but no mistakes about the striker, and then to build a team, yeah. But we are talking about two good players, two important players for us, also the players with more experience, no? Because Harry has a good experience and Hugo has good experience, and I continue to say that to have a competitive team, it's important also to match, no? Experienced player with a young player, because when you have players with experience, the young player can learn a lot about you, and we are lucky because in our team we have these two players that for sure are at the top players. Yeah.
And just a question on tomorrow's opponents, Burnley. They managed to beat Brighton 3-0 at the weekend. They've also drawn against the likes of Arsenal and Manchester United. What are you expecting from that team? What are the main strengths of that Burnley side from your point of view?
But in my point of view, maybe it's the worst period to play against them, because in the last period they had fantastic result, and they played a good game, and they've drawn 1-1 against United, 0-0 away against Arsenal. They won against Brighton 3-0, and believe me, Brighton is a really good team. They lost only 1-0 against Liverpool, but the game was in balance, and for sure for us it will be a really tough game. We have to know this. It's never easy to play against Burnley, and they have a good manager that is showing in these years that his managing is very, very good, and maybe he could deserve something more. And yeah, I can tell this that I appreciating his job and what he's doing with Burnley. And don't remember that maybe 1 month ago, many people said that Burnley was relegated. Instead, they said, I don't know, but I'm sure that we can save the league also this season, and I think they are doing a fantastic job.
Thank you very much.
Ian?
Hi Antonio. I hope Mrs. Conte isn't watching on Zoom, by the way.
Yeah, it's good.
How do you get the consistency from your team so that there are more games like Manchester City rather than in the past where Spurs would have gone to somewhere like Burnley and just not showed up, and maybe that happened at home to Wolves? How are you going to get the consistency from Saturday to the end of the season, which would probably see you finish top four?
Yeah, the consistency is fundamental for a team, and it will be very important for us, the game against City, and because with this game, and we have worked very hard with the whole team, with the ball and without the ball, because you can see and you can watch our goals, and the team is involved totally, the team at the same time, and we show it the solidity because we defended very well with the whole team, and maybe I think that in the past we lost a bit of this priority, and sometimes we were too confident without the ball to defend only with the 6-7 players, 5 players, and I think that if we want to have a good result, and at the end of the season to stay there and to see what happened, and we have to continue to be solidity, to work together with the ball and without the ball, and you can see Harry Kane, no? Harry Kane was always linked with the team defensively. At the same time, when we had the ball, he scored not 2 goals, 3 goals. He had another opportunity to score 4 goals, and it means that if you are organized and in both phases, and you have a best possibility to win the game, to get 3 points.
On a slightly non-footballing matter, but it's all linked.
Yeah.
We're here today. Things are getting back to normal after the announcement from the government yesterday. Mentally, what does that do for you and your players, the fact that life is getting back to normal, maybe everybody could start to live how they used to, and the restrictions are coming off? In terms of a mentality thing, how does that work regarding yourself as an Italian who maybe wants to go home and see some family or friends in an international break, and your players?
Yeah, but I think I hope to understood the question very well, and I think to have a normal situation, okay, and it's good for everybody, because we come back to have a normal life, and in 2 years, 2 years and a half, it was very difficult. It was very difficult for everybody, with many restrictions, and to come here and to have every day a COVID test, sometimes twice, sometimes also 3 times. But at the same time, I think this type of situation cannot give the possibility, also to improve the friendship, and also to stay together, not only on the training ground, but also outside. And I think, like in the life, is good, for everybody to come back to have a normal life, and to enjoy the life, because I think these 2 years and a half we suffered a lot, and but now, we are happy. We are happy because we are coming back to the normality, and it's good for everybody.
Thank you. Ali, please.
Hello, Antonio. We saw Harry Kane pick up quite a painful knock to his back towards the end of the game, and after the match we saw him kind of limping around when he was in his interviews. Is he a doubt at all for tomorrow?
No, no, no. But Harry and he had a hit in his back, but he has to play. Stop. 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 And also, if he has one leg, I ask him to play. Yeah, he has to play. Sorry, but I think this about Harry, and I think Harry knows very well the importance that he has in our team and our squad, for his personality, for his experience, and but he's good, and I for sure. Now I'm joking. I don't force a player if he's injured to play. Never, never. I respect, but only to tell you the importance of this player. And no, he's good, and he's ready.
Yeah. Can I just ask you, Ryan Sessegnon, only 21 years old, but he played a very disciplined kind of tactical performance the other day. How important was that for his confidence after having come off only 28 minutes into the Wolves game?
But about Sesse, in my vision, and he has all the potentiality to become an important player, because first of all he's young, and he has in front of him a lot of years, of career. He's strong physically, and is fast, has a good engine, resilience, and in my opinion also he has good quality. Sometimes I think that he feel a bit of pressure. You understand? But with me, he played important games against Liverpool, against Chelsea, against City. It means that I trust him. And if you remember, I guess in the last game, I changed the system, but only for this. I made a substitution after 30 minutes, because I changed the system, and I explained him it was a tactical substitution. But we are talking about another player, that if you work and if you have patience to continue to work with him, and is another player that can become an important player for England, for the national team, because he's a young player. But the first person that has to be convinced has to be himself. But I trust him, and in the same way that I trust in all the players that I have in my squad.
Okay, time for two more in this section, so we'll go Jonathan and then Charlie, please.
Hi, Antonio.
Hi.
There's been a clip on social media about showing Pierre-Emile Højbjerg walking away as you came to congratulate him on Saturday. I was wondering if you can sort of explain that situation from your point of view.
Yeah, but I have seen the video because Anthony showed me. Yeah. But for sure, I was celebrating with all my players, and he didn't see me, and then we have recovered in the dressing room, because we celebrated with him in the dressing room with all the players. And Pierre is another important player for us, and he's young, but he has more experience than other, and he's a good player. Now with Betancourt, we implemented the midfielders, because now we have Pierre, Betancourt, Winksy, that is another reliable player. I can count about Winksy, and then Skippy, and I'm very happy, and we have to continue to work and to know that we need a bit time, patience, but I know and I'm seeing that we are improving in many aspects, and we have to continue improving this aspect, and then to be available, because the squad now is more complete than before, with Kulusevski and Betancourt, and I have also the possibility, if all the players are available, to make some rotations, to give a bit of rest and the players that they need, especially the midfielders, because for example, the midfielders against Manchester City, and Pierre and Rodrigo, they had a fantastic performance. They ran a lot, and the effort was was top, no? And yeah, I want to see if they recover very well. Otherwise, I have to make rotation because we have many games now in a row in a few days, and we have to try in every moment the best solution.
Charlie?
I wanted to ask, you talked about the importance of having a good striker, and obviously you've got Kane and Son, who equalled the record for creating goals for one another in the Premier League ever. What do you think makes them so special as a partnership?
Yeah, Sonny and Kane, and I always said that we are talking about two players very good and an important level, and my expectation when you have this type of player, in these two players, my expectation are higher, no, than others players, and I think Sonny and paid a bit the injury, no, the injury that he had, and it was serious injury, and to lose him for 1 month and a half wasn't good for us. Also because when you recover, you need a bit of time to be fit 100% and to have a good form, no. And now he's fit, Sonny, and I repeat, is an important player for us. For us, there is a good connection between him and Harry, but also don't forget Lucas Moura is an important player, and now we have Dejan Kulusevski, that he's young, but is ready for this league, and you have seen in a tough game that he can give us a lot in this season. And then there is also Steven Bergwijn. He had a little problem before the game against Manchester City in his calf. Now he has recovered. We have many games, and I need of all these players.
Secondly, you put on Instagram laughing about counter-attacks as
Yeah.
a way of describing your goal. Could you just expand on that? And do you think then that's an unfair characterisation of your team and especially how they played on the weekend?
No, but I think that sometimes is especially you watch the game, no, and you see that there is a lot of space in front of you, and you think that, oh, but this is a counter attack. Instead, you start the action from your goalkeeper or from the defenders, and if you keep the line, the defensive line up, and you go to press, and then you find the way to overcome the pressure for sure, and you earn this space, but you work to earn this space, not a counter attack. Otherwise, it's very simple, but. Sometimes also in the past, and when I was in Inter Milan, I wanted to show, no, and what we do, because many times, a lot of times, and it depends on our work and what we do during the game, our plan, what we prepare, and sometimes I think it's good also to improve, no. Football knowledges of the people that love this football.
Okay, we'll move on to the embargoed section for 10:30 p.m. Dave?
Antonio, we've